So let me ask y'all this, before I get back to like the beginning and all that kind of stuff. Why do y'all think the newer generation don't appreciate you guys like that? Cause you already know I appreciate y'all. So I'm a big fan. That's
I'm
why.
gonna be real, bro. I mean, I mean, you can't be mad at that,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
At the end of the day, man, because you ain't trying to look a certain way to another nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I ain't. So like that's how a nigga feel. That's how they feel. You can't be mad at a nigga emotions, man. Like shit, you just do you, run your own race. That's how I feel, bro. You can't be sensitive to this shit, man. This is a competitive sport, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's full contact. You know what I'm saying? Every which way, bro.
Right. Okay. I mean, I was saying that because I just feel like the younger generation, and like it's not a knock on them, but I just feel like
Yeah.
if you're doing music or like not just music, but just anything that
You
you're
should
doing,
you should know.
you should know the history.
You should know the history. But like I ain't
That's
said,
what I'm saying, yeah.
it don't really. But like it's certain shit I ain't listen to though. Like you know back then, it's certain rappers from the time I ain't really jam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had my favorites. So it be like that though. But at the end of the day, man, it's gonna happen every cycle, man. So you just got, like I said, you gotta run your own race, man. If it's something that they can connect with you on, it's gonna happen one way or the other, man.
Naturally. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. So let's start with the beginning with you, Red, man. How did you really just get into the music thing, man?
It was kind of accident, man. Like on some, I said this shit on my nigga down in Houston podcast. I just one day I just did a talent show, man. I was in a crew with a couple of niggas from my hood, man. They still fan with me to this day, but they ain't come with me, man. They stuck me out that one time. So I slid and did it, man, and I lost. I met Flip. The rest was history. We was on, so it was kind of fast for me. Yeah, it was kind of fast, man. Not even a year.
Okay. How did y'all come up with the HSC name?
That was already in motion. When I came, they had a crew already. It was HSC Click. They had a whole crew. It was a bunch of them niggas. But they had like 4 immediate members. My nigga Jason, AP, Flip, and Humping them. So like Jason died, he had cancer. He was the cool nigga out the crew. He had all the Versace, all the J's, all the shoes, diamonds in his mob. Niggas he was just one of the fly niggas. So he was related to Screw. So we had a lot of connections through that and shit like that. So when he died, I took his spot. And the rest was history. It's like God, I just intended for it to go that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, I know y'all was some of the youngest members as far as like I guess affiliated with SUC, right?
I mean, like we was affiliated. Well,
affiliated.
We was affiliated. Like I'm from Sunnyside, man. That's the only gang I rep. I'm from Sunnyside, but at the same time, I have been blessed from all my mentors come from SUC, all of them. Like I went I ain't learned nothing if it wasn't from like C-Note or ESG or Hawk. That's the big OG Screw. You know what I mean? Like I grew up under this shit. Like I'm a product of a Screw tape for real. But you know what I mean? Like I say, I wasn't ever christened in, like that, but they always, that's the little bro. So, I'm embedded in this Texas shit all day.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, how big was the Screw movement at that time? Because obviously I'm 27 years old. I was a baby when it was going around.
You couldn't get around it, man. Screw was like, man, this shit like the Beatles. It was going on out here. Like this our version of the Beatles, man. Like Key and Pat, Pope, Mike D, all them Screw. It was pandemonium, man. And just like I said, being blessed to have these conversations with like Don Key and ESG and Hawk. You know what I mean? And Screw. Like had these conversations. Like, man, these niggas will never know what that felt like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm asking, because I'm like, man, I didn't get a chance to really experience it. Of course, I seen a couple of,
That was the Renaissance. That was the Renaissance. It was like the music was real appreciated. It wasn't a lot of politics back then. Like, you just had to have a couple good, good joints, and niggas was gonna take a hard listen to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's just cloud. It's all over the place. You got an album last a week now. Shit wild.
So okay. Speaking on today, so do you think the local like radio stations they don't really support the talent that's out here these days?
I mean, like I say, bro, you really
was it like that back then too, or?
I mean, kind of, sort of, but like you really don't need radio now. You got all these streaming services and everything like that. You really don't need nothing but your grind. You know what I mean? You really don't need nothing unless you want to get played in the club. But like I say, it's so many genres of rap, bro. Everything don't go through the club.
Yeah, everything don't. Yeah.
It's the illusion that everything go through the club. But I don't care what a nigga tell you, man. Every song don't need to be in the club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's ways to get around this shit, man. It's ways. It's ways, man. Like, so, you know, if the radio ain't playing, hey, man, it's a whole world out here that'll listen to you.
Right. Real talk.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's kind of transition a little bit. I know you had left the group, HSC.
Yeah.
What had followed, you know, what caused that, you know, for you to leave or whatever?
I was really nothing personal, man. Like, when the sucker free situation just kind of like it ran its course, man. Like, we got to realize we got to deal with Sony, and you know when you start making a different kind of money, man, you start your goals get different, man. Your ambitions get different, your habits get different. Like your routine get bigger, faster. You know what I mean? Take a lot of your time, y'all get divided. So, you know, like I said, when I left them, I just went. That's when I started like fucking with Trey. Shout out to Trey doing the S.L.A.B banging mixtapes. At that point in time, you know, I was at the gridiron with Hawk and Powell, you know, and the grid boys and all that. And we was just doing a bunch of mixtapes, just our own mixtapes.
Right.
And we started creating a buzz. And this was the first time in the city, like it wasn't one crew here and one crew here. It was just niggas from all over the place just coming together.
Yeah,
putting
we
it
had
together.
all the projects. We had all of them.
Yeah, because you know, like when you got on the S.L.A.B banging mixtape, it was like the Super Friends was on that hoe, like the whole like the Marvel shit. Like it was so many of us on that hoe, you know. And that shit just kind of made it to where niggas can go get their deals. So that's when we all start getting deals. And, you know, that's when the Swish High shit came up.